I just knew it was gonna rain. I knew it. Saw that cloud, and as soon as it hit that top of that mountain, it dumped. So first morning here in Phra Nang, and it's a mad rush to the morning. I ended up joining a day tour to the 4 islands today rather than doing nothing. They told me this thing was gonna pick me up at 8:30 to 9 o'clock, and this guy rocks up in my room at 8:20. I just got out of the shower, I wasn't even ready, so I just grabbed all my stuff. I don't know if I brought everything, but I should have all the essentials at least. This is the tour that I'm doing today, the 4 islands tour. So today we are going to Phra Nang Cave, Chicken Island, Top Island, and Potter Island. Now Railay Beach is in Phra Nang Cave, so I think that's the main thing for today. I'm back at the pier now where I arrived yesterday, and it seems like this is the spot where most of the tours leave for the islands. It's around 9 o'clock now, and everyone here is just trying to sort out all their tours and where they're going. This tour also includes a visit to one of the national parks, so we had to pay 400 baht again. So just remember, if you're doing tours around this place, more likely than not, it will include a national park, and that's 400 baht, which is $20 on top of your tour fee.
This one, the first we call it Top Island, and the next one, Small Island, and connect with the Chicken Island, the big one over there. And we will be here 1 hour, right? Give you 1 hour here, right?
We just arrived at our first stop, which is Top Island. There's 3 islands here, and they get connected with the sandbar during low tide. Sort of reminds me of Koh Nang Yuan at Koh Tao, where there's 2 islands, and at low tide you can see the sandbar and you could walk between them. So this is Top Island. Small islands over there. So you can see the sandbars already visible for people to walk through. And this one's Chicken Island. I don't think the tide's quite down yet, but the sandbars along that side there. Hello. Here, okay to fly the drone photo? Is it okay? Sorry?
On drone? No.
No drone. No, not allowed drone. Ah, okay. Alright, thank you. Hello. Any rice or noodle? Rice?
Rice?
Yeah.
Omelette with rice?
Omelette with rice? Yeah, okay. How much?
80 baht.
80? Yeah, can I have... Yes, finally got some food. I was starving when I got up this morning. It's only egg and rice on this island, but it's better than nothing. I just tried my luck anyway and asked the rangers over there if I could fly my drone here, but you know, same answers. I got excited for a second when he said yes, but you know, still not allowed on national parks. Oh well. I always feel so much better after a meal. I don't handle too well when I'm too hungry. So now I'm walking on the sandbank from Top Island and heading into Small Island. And here on my left is Chicken Island. I think you can physically walk through it now, but the water's probably waist high to get through it. Tip of the day with these sandbars. Be careful when you're crossing through them when there's a bit of a current and a bit of a tide. In Koh Tao, I think Christmas Day or New Year's Day last year, it was a bit rough and people were still crossing it and people were getting swept off the sandbar, and you'd be surprised how quickly and how steep it drops down after the sandbank. And I sort of nearly drowned myself. It was a little girl and she couldn't swim, she was swept out, her friends tried saving her and then they needed saving, and then I jumped in. But I think for this sandbar, they're a bit more stringent with safety. So when there's a bit of a current, they probably don't let people through it. They have markers and then they make people wear floaties. So if you're crossing through these sandbars and the water hasn't gone down all the way and it's still, you know, sort of waist to chest high to get through, unless you're a strong swimmer, I wouldn't recommend going through it. You might just get yourself in a bit of trouble. But if you wait until the water's round about, you know, ankle to knee high, then you should be right. Sun's absolutely beaming today and I am getting burnt to a crisp. Just heading back to the boat now. We spent an hour here, so it's 10:45 now and off to the next place. So we just went to the back of Chicken Island, and this is why they call it Chicken Island, because that rock is in the shape of a chicken head facing that way. There it is. We are now at Border Island and it's just a short snorkeling stop, and we're gonna have lunch on the beach over there. One thing I did forget this morning was my boardies. These are not my boardies. I've been sweating all morning and I need to cool off, so I'm gonna go in for a dip. Oh, that was a great snorkel, wasn't it? Now I feel all refreshed and revived. Always feel good after a good snorkel. I was also able to practice some of my free diving, which I haven't done in a while. And that involves just holding your breath with no equipment apart from a snorkel and just going down and holding your breath as long as you can. That last dive I did was about a minute and a half, so I held my breath for a minute and a half while trying to swim across the corals. So obviously on the surface you're floating, you have air in you, but then as you go down the air compresses, it gets smaller, and it was about I think 6 meters in the water where it compressed enough and is actually neutrally buoyant. So during the dive, at this point of the dive, I was neutrally buoyant. I wasn't going up nor down. I was staying put. It was like I was just hovering in mid-water. So we've just arrived at Border Island and this is where we're gonna have lunch. We've got about 1 hour here, so we're gonna leave at 12:45. So I'm just gonna chill and have a good feed. We are now at our final stop at Phra Nang Cave. That big cave over there. You guys should see the size of this cave. And as us Aussies describe everything, it's fucking huge. The tour guide was just telling us that some of the locals believe that the princess of Phra Nang's cave spirit still lives in that cave, and you could actually wish, you know, for luck in your career, in money, in your job. But when she died, she had a broken heart, so you can't wish for love. I guess I'm out of luck there. Alright, so I've been keen to fly the drone the whole day, and now's the time to do it. This is going to look incredible with the sheer faces and the rock cliffs around the place. Hopefully I get a couple of good shots. Here's how it looks. Holy crap, I was literally flying my drone just 5 minutes ago and it's pissing down rain. I swear I felt a few drops while I was flying it back. It's lucky that I did, because when I flew it back, it already had like, you know, 2 or 3 drops on it. Even before I finished packing it, it started to bucket down. That's how fast the rain comes in this place, so be very careful. You know, there's a saying with flying drones, if it doesn't feel right when you start, don't do it. When I first started the drone, it didn't even have GPS signal. It only had 6 satellites, where usually I'd have 20 to 22 or something like that. So it never had a GPS point. I think it might have picked it up later. And then I flew it for the first few minutes until it got enough satellites to get a GPS signal on it. So say if it lost signal, I would not even have the return to home to bring it back. And with this rain, I got very lucky today, I think. But like how it always is, afternoon rain means a nice sunset. Well, hopefully, because I'm planning to watch it at Phra Nang Beach and fly my drone there again. So if the sunset's like anything like yesterday, then it should be pretty good. I just knew it was gonna rain. I knew it. Saw that cloud, and as soon as it hit that top of that mountain, it dumped. And you know why that is? Because when that cloud hits that mountain, it's forced to rise all the way along that sheer face. And as the air rises, it gets cooler. And when air gets cooler, it loses its capacity to hold the water. So what does it do? It dumps it all. And that's why on mountain ranges, you see one side where it's lush forest, and the other side it's all dry as anything.